Got my eyes to the ground. There's no one else around, 'cause I need to be found before I step out of bounds. Just take a look at me and tell me what you see. Look into my eyes, and then you'll realize. Just tell me where to go, in a place I'll know. Then I'll find peace of mind.
When I first ended up on the streets in '92, I had lost contact with my family, namely my brother. And once you're suddenly alone and without a job, you tend to become a roaming hobo, ultimately. And so I ended up at St. James. They gave me good help. They were a good family environment. And, well, it creates a sense of reassurance. And that helps people, you know, go through the difficult times. And that's the most important thing. You know, people, they gain a sense of self-assurance. And as a result, they could function, go through the difficult events of life.
Mon nom est Richard Dagui. Ici, moi, je me préoccupe à faire de l'art, puis à me tenir en position pour me tenir en... Parce que des fois, vivre dans les positions quand on vit dans la rue, des fois, on ne sait pas qu'est-ce qu'on fait. Je vais te dire une affaire, c'est assez difficile. Oui, hein. Puis vivre dans l'art, là, pour moi, c'est comme vivre... me préoccuper. La vision, pour moi, c'est important. Les gens disent...
You know, you save people's lives with your services here. You know? The people need those services, you know.
Juste d'avoir une place autre que les rues pour venir. To walk in the streets all day long is not cool. It's not fun.
Ben, j'ai découvert que, étant donné, à un moment donné, j'étais dans une période où j'étais seul. Ça m'a aidé beaucoup, là, psychologiquement. T'sais. Parce que, comme je disais, quand t'as rien à faire de tes journées, je pense que le centre de jour Saint-James remplit bien mes journées.
Fait que là, le Saint-James, ça m'a apporté ben des choses, un nouveau style de vie. Okay. D'habitude, moi, c'est rare que je suis dans une maison, tu sais, je suis tout le temps dehors, je fais des activités dehors, quand il fait beau, quand il fait pas beau, mais là, je m'arrange, je suis allé ailleurs.
Me, I come just to paint. You know, I don't mind if someone's talking or if there's music, I don't care, but I come here to try and... parce que moi, je suis de nature, je viens de la nature. Je suis de la campagne, dans ma conscience. Anytime I realize I'm not here, I see the image of the country in my head, that's where I am. So when I come in here and I paint a landscape or a church or something, I'm up north. So it's sort of like une manière de définir ton schizophrène, ton schizophrénie. I come in and I paint my schizophrenia on paper, and then I go home, and it's all right. I got two worlds in there.
Originally, the church started to drop in. It was about, 25 years ago. There were all these people coming in and asking for help with meals and things like that. And a steady stream of people, and somebody, I have a feeling it was one of two people. There was a young minister at the church, and an amazing older woman who was one of the church deaconesses decided we had to go past the simple handing out of meal tickets to looking at a long-term solution. So they hired as a consultant a woman called Lucia Kowalek, a professor of social work at McGill. She sat down here, downstairs, and watched everybody coming into the church and talked to them for 6 months, and then said, you know, there's a major crack that people are falling through in the way of helping homeless people in Montreal.
People look at the place where it's no home, where no place to hang your hat, and that's a big one, and that's very visible. But it's also aspects of no voice, a powerlessness that's there within your life, and within that powerlessness, there's just no control.
I've heard this. Where is it?
La plupart, je dirais, moi, à Saint James, qu'il y a quoi, 90% des gens ont une chambre. Mais c'est pas tout d'avoir une chambre. C'est sûr que le travail des travailleurs sociaux, c'est des accompagner, des sortir de la rue, mais c'est pas tout d'avoir une pièce où est-ce que tu as 4 murs, c'est pas assez. Donc, ils sortent, et pour pas se retrouver à la rue, des centres de jour comme Saint James, c'est ça la place. C'est pour ça qu'il faut que ça existe finalement. C'est de ne pas se retrouver toujours avec le même pattern, de retourner à la rue. Donc, pour briser l'isolement, il y a la grande salle du centre, évidemment, où est-ce qu'il y a vidéo, jeux de société, tout simplement camarades. Mais l'atelier est un gros morceau pour centre de jour.
You know, I consider St. James Drop-In Center to be like my second home, first of all. Second of all, it's done me a world of good. My therapist tells me that since I've been coming to St. James, that I'm in some ways a different person, in a positive manner. I love the people. The staff are the greatest. Incidentally, a little note here, sidetrack if you will, that Alan, of course, who's our director, he has this knack of picking the right people in terms of knowing what complements the member as well as the worker, whether it's a volunteer or a paid employee.
There's a way of approaching the homelessness and the poverty, which is for us not economic probably, but more relational. That's probably the different slant for St. James is we don't try to narrow it down to economics. We try to bring it to the forefront of relations, and I guess that's the big thing is, and that's been our motto for the last year, has been a home is more than 4 walls and a roof.
This idea of community outside of your family and outside of your friends, and connecting with people that you're from all different walks of life, and it's been great to see what comes out of this connection. Like the art here is vibrant, the poetry, the music, the stories, the cooking, whatever it is, it's great when you can see community flourishing.
Et actuellement, on est dans un atelier d'art. Il arrive que des fois, on expose.
C'est ça, Saint James, c'est l'occasion pour les artistes d'être vus, puis aussi en même temps de sensibiliser les gens à l'itinérance à Montréal.
Well, we have a lot of services, really diversified. We probably had about 3 or 4 staff 4 years ago. We're almost 9 or 10 now. So what we've tried to do is diversify. So at the core, we still have the basic services. We have, we have showers, we have clothing, we have shelter space. That's always going to be at the base of what we do. We offer meals as well and food bags. But we've diversified. We have, for the last year now, we've had a housing coordinator and an outreach worker who are going out into the community and finding suitable housing for some of our members, and also making sure that there's a proper progression in their lives. And so we organize workshops and activities to help them along that journey. But we also have art therapy now, and music, poetry, Bible study. We do a lot of workshops in a lot of different mediums.
Toute cette indifférence-là qu'ils vivent à tous les jours, puis que nous autres, on essaie de contrer ça, d'aller contre ça, puis leur dire « Hey, t'es quelqu'un d'important, t'es quelqu'un qui a son importance pour d'autres personnes. »
Listening to somebody, I think that's the most important. If you can't change someone's life, at least you can, I don't know, share something with them, help improve their quality of life. I think social interaction is really important.
There's still people that you work to help, so there is the working relationship with them, but it's hard when someone looks at you and says, like, I was born back in the 60s and then I was adopted and I got into drugs and I got into gangs and I spent time in jail, and then they look at you and say, like, tell me about yourself, and you're like, sorry, professional. Like, there has to be some sort of meeting in the middle. If they trust me, then I have to trust them.
Je peux pas tout faire tout seul. Ça me prenait du monde comme nous autres à m'aider à m'en sortir. Sinon, je retournais à la case de départ.
Without hope, what else do you have?
St. James, c'est ma plus belle expérience de ma vie.
Je me sens ouvert, je me sens comme chez nous, ça. C'est comme une maison dans